Hello and welcome to my new Blender car modeling tutorial. And the previous time we were left to a point where we were modeling this interior and we created this panel part. While I was away from recording the recording software, while it was off, I just corrected the proportion here a bit, so this thing became a bit thinner, and I expanded the speedometers. So let's get back to the place where we were. So we've got to type in again BMW interior 360, something like that. BMW, and this one was the one which matched our car. And go in interior. Yeah, and now we're gonna model. We're gonna finish up modeling tasks here. So we'll add some detailing and corrections, and possibly we can also do this part. So I'm gonna type in a few reference images. So BMW M3 interior, M3 Coupe, maybe M3 Coupe. If it changes anything. So let's find any of those previous images which were good for the reference of the section behind the steer wheel, because we're gonna make the steer wheel in the next video. So I'm gonna open this up in new tab. Great. Let's try to find as much as possible for that detail. Yeah. This one's opposite side, but can also be used. You should kind of only try to get the idea of it in general. So we're gonna make this panel here like it looks like in this image, in all of them. Here, all this part, including the place where the steer wheel is joined. Then we're gonna quickly make the pedals, which will be pretty easy, and then we're gonna make this section of the car. Okay, let's get into work. So first off, we'll start by doing that place. Possibly you may want to quickly remove doubles around this area, around this place. So select those faces. Whoa, sorry, I pressed something that I didn't mean to. Okay, select these faces here and press remove doubles. And we're doing this because I want to make it easier to add this section. So what we just do now is we grab it here, select those vertices. Oh yeah, we take a knife and we make a cut like this. And the last one should end at the vertex. Now we can grab this inwards, adding that shaping effect which is there, matter. Almost, okay. And you could apply it elsewhere as well. I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to have too much polygons here. I'm just gonna do it here. So I'm gonna I'm gonna remove the doubles here and here and here as well. Okay, no need here. No need here as well. Only around this edge. and here. So remove doubles here. Now grab those vertices. Oh, they're too distorted. Scale down on y-axis a lot. Rotate a bit. Drag them out. Here. Scale down on z-axis. Yeah, like that. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same workflow here. And now I've got like this. And then I cut through all to the end there. Wow, sorry. It's not that easy actually to aim it, especially with mouse. Okay, something like this. You just drag it down a bit more and drag it in. Maybe even scale down just a bit and do the same here. I'm gonna make it quickly blend out here like that, so it's gonna be noticeable for just a little piece. Of course, okay, we'll do the edge splits back there later. Now we're gonna work on the next topic, which is the place where the steers joint this this thing. So let's get into it. Okay, so you can see that the shape here is kind of roundy oval, and it seems to almost be overlaying that part. So this image is too small. So you can see that you can pretty easily implement it. Looks different from in different interiors. The base idea is it isn't kind of joined to it visually. It seems to be like a very separate thing. So we are gonna make it as a separate thing here. So the first thing you do is you grab the vertices here, drag them down like this, and scale each two individual vertices. This vertex should go like here. Maybe look at like cut like this. Knife cut. Yeah, this is really good for an approximation. And here make a cut as well. Move by a certain unit down, then knife cut here, and then move up like that. So we've got the engrave here done. Okay, maybe we should drag this down a bit, and I'm gonna scale those up a bit more. It feels right for me to do it, so I'm gonna scale them up like that. Fortunately, you won't be able to see this point very much, which is really good. Okay, here it broke down a bit. I can just do little adjustments. This is really enough. Fair enough. And yeah. So now we've got to place the round oval thing here. So I'm gonna add cursor here and add mesh cylinder. Set the vertices to be like 8, okay, 9. Radius 0.2, 0.15 for example, 15 centimeters, and depth 0.2, like this, and fill type nothing. Enough. RX90. Oh, and set the cursor back to center. It's not needed here anymore. Scale down on Z-axis and scale down in general, something like that. And drag out. Leave it something like this here. and rotate around x-axis. And this is kind of it. Yeah, and if we take a look, it just scales down a bit, and yeah, it's a bit smaller than this part. And as well as I'm gonna move it here and rotate like this. Yeah, I think this is good. The size should be enough. Okay, we'll leave it like this. I'm gonna set it to smooth, and in case of the steer, like in my game, it will be able to turn. That's why I'm gonna take and do one more thing. I'm gonna do E to extrude like this direction. Scale down. Some adjustments. Scale here. Scale down even more. And then E scale. Scale down just a bit, and then alt merge at center. Like this. Maybe drag this out a bit. Or not. Yeah, you just take a look how it seems better for you. Okay, great. We've got the steer joint. Now what we do with it is, firstly we align these vertices here to be around the steer wheel, which is a bit more inwards. And possibly you may want to do a little cut here, like that, and I drag this down, like that. I do a cut here, and pull it up, and just drag this down a bit to make that rounded curvy shape, which you can see there. It's very interesting shape there, and it seems that we could actually scale it a bit differently. Oh, we can take all the faces here and, wow, except this thing. Pull them in. Well, sorry, sometimes forget to press the shift key. Okay, like that. Scale down a bit like this. Maybe pull this down a bit and drag in. We're gonna add one cut here to make inverse quad, which is not a good thing here in modeling, as well as here. And I'm gonna also add cut here as well to make it be rounded here as well. Great, it's most likely done. I'm gonna just add those little switches there. Oh, and by the way, it seems that it's a good idea to drag those down a bit there. It seems like they're a bit more downwards. Maybe even scale them up like this. Yeah. So now I'm gonna add cursor here. I'm gonna go out of edit mode. It will be easier to edit because I'm gonna leave it to be two identical ones. The texture will be then different, but the geometry will be the same. So it's around that point. Really no images with that close view of it, so it's hard to tell, but it's like maybe like here. So you take now, delete this face. So we'll leave it like this straight for now. We'll make it easier for us to do, edit it. I'm gonna add this material to it. Scale down every except x-axis, and maybe not so much like this. and scale down on y-axis like that, something like this. And then you just take and drag this out a lot, like that. Yeah, must be enough. And then you do a loop cut here once, another loop cut, pull this up a bit, pull this down a bit, and also scale on y-axis. Another loop cut here, pull this down just a little, and drag this in. This one as well, somewhere around there, something like this. And one more loop cut here, pull this up like that. You can just take a look at this, but I'll adjust the shape, and I think this is fine. Of course, I'm gonna go in Warframe and select those. They seem to be a bit smaller on x-axis, so you drag them like that, and this part should go out back there, like this. Okay, well, yeah, I leave it like this. It's not that important, the detail actually. So now you take press Alt D to duplicate, rotate Z-axis 180 degrees, and drag it to this side. Now you kind of pull it here, and rotate a bit, maybe rotate here. Yeah. You just adjust its position, rotation, all of its parameters. Select both of them like this, and then the interior, and press Ctrl G. Now they are part of this mesh, which is great, what we wanted. Now I'm gonna add this thing, because it seems to be a good idea to make it a model. I don't know why, but it feels like that. So what you do is you add your cursor right here, I think. Yes, exactly. And what you do is you add a new cylinder as well. Scale down on Z-axis a lot, scale by itself, rotate around X-axis, and rotate around Z-axis, as well as a bit more on X-axis, like this. Maybe scale down a bit. Let's see where exactly would I place it. It's like in between the steer wheel and there. That's like this part here. Yeah, almost like on the cross point here. Great. Now you select only these vertices here, scale them down like that, and press E to extrude, scale, and merge at center. Pull in a bit and set cursor to selected. I'm gonna make it smooth. Then add Coupe. Scale down a lot, all the way down. And rotate it as well, kind of match that shape there. Maybe first scale down like this and create it be around the same shaping. Yeah, first I'm gonna rotate it. maybe like this. Now delete this face. Pull this face in and scale down a bit. Actually, take these vertices here and scale them out like that. Yeah, it's like this. What else should we do here? Basically nothing. We can get to the modeling of the gear switcher. So I'm gonna make a cut in there where it's supposed to be. It's like here. Let's make it. First cut. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna undo it. Let's take a look. It's like in the middle and then it goes a bit on the right. That's how it intends to look. So we'll start here. I'm gonna do it this way. Not that far. The center of this point. It's like this. Great. We've got this nice round cat. Scale it down just a little bit. Cut here. Okay, great. Again, the usual boring workflow. I'm gonna cut here. Then you go ahead and do a cut from here to here. From here to here. And there's one more cut needed. It's from here to there. And now we'll go the same on the other side. And on this other side, we again minus $2, for example. Some number that you can remember, and then drag tap in the opposite direction. Use similar principle here. And try to do it, try to manage it as good as possible. Like that. Great. And now for those faces in there, I'm gonna first select them both. E, and drag them up just a little and scale down like that. Then you go ahead and do E, drag them in more and scale down more like that. And it's approximately the shape. Now you can, of course, firstly you're gonna want to make it focus on the center point. I think it's the best idea for this case scenario. You're gonna make it be a triangle fan here. So you create those cuts, drag this in bits. Now you can randomize this to make it look more natural. Oh yeah, you drag this up like that, like it does look in real life. So you place where the switch may be, for example here, and then you take those different vertices, drag them around, make them distorted like that ladder there. We should make it look real and natural, not something constant, because we're simulating that car which has a leather material here, not some sort of adaptive plastics or something. I don't know. There doesn't even exist anymore. Okay, we'll edge split later actually. Set cursor here to that point, and we're gonna add this simple switch. And so add cylinder. Make it be something like this. Maybe 0.03 radius. Maybe 0.02. 4 centimeters thick. Yeah, it sounds real. Drag it up like this. Make it smooth. For the top part, just make sure you select all of them. E-scale, alt merge, and center. It's gonna be triangle fan. Now what you do is you create a few loop cuts here. First one goes here. You scale it down a bit there even. Yes, like that. Then one goes here. You leave it like it is. Next one goes like here. You scale it up. And you do it more on the y-axis. You pull it that way. To make it look like the real switch. And then you do it once more here. Scale up and scale in y-axis. Then you select all of those, drag them down like this, and possibly even add one more loop cut here. Pull this up, scale down, then select those. Or okay, no, let's cancel this last action. Well, yeah, this sort of looks good. You could even take and scale this down on the x-axis, as well as drag that out a bit to make it a bit more rounded. Now you scale down it a little bit and make it use the interior material. Make sure it kind of fits in here well, like this, and join to the interior. Okay, great. We've got one more step finished. Let's take a look what's our next task here. Make this line here. So you go in top view, and maybe not. Maybe from this view. You just cut through here like that. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's simple. It goes here, and the next line goes basically straight there. We're gonna make it go there, and you do the same like this, kind of parallelly to the line we just created. This way. Yeah. And if you take a look, it's sort of straight extrusion. Yeah, I like it to call it extrusion. I'm gonna select those vertices, pull them in a lot to almost match it, and now pull them up. Do some adjustments here, like vertex should go more in there. Yeah. Drag those down a bit. They deserve to be lower. Yeah. Let's take a look at the other side if we have access to it. Most likely not. But it's like a bit of that shape. The same shape here, just flying around this point and ending like there. Yeah, so you take those vertices here and pull them up as well, because we want to. Okay, yeah, and then there's two more things. This piece of item, which is known as handbrake, that thing, and those things that you can place your arms on when they get tired. Yeah, it's like support for the arms. This thing is the easiest one so far. We'll make that first. You set the cursor to be there at approximately that point, which is here. You add cylinder, make this be like 0.02. Yeah. Scale down up a bit, scale down on z-axis, pull up, scale down on z-axis, and then you take those vertices, scale up, then extrude those vertices up, scale down like this, pull those vertices up, extrude, scale up, extrude those vertices, scale down, alt merge at the center, pull up. It's like that. And this way it really looks close to that. One of the highest details in our car so far. Yeah, we could do it a bit lower resolution, but okay, what's done, it's done. It looks good at least. You just adjust it a bit. Well, yeah, it's like that. Great, we have one more nice detail down, and there's just a single piece remaining. Okay, two of them. Handbrake is hard, those ones are easy. Okay, handbrake. Let's see, this one doesn't include those things anymore. When we close it, this one includes a bit. Okay, this one's helpful. This one doesn't help anymore, anyways. Okay, so you can see it's like this shape up here, a curve. I'm gonna remove this edge here for now. It's gonna make otherwise some problems for us, and I'm gonna add cut here, from here to here. Oh no, it's from chair. Do not try to cut from a chair. So take that point, try to find a vertex there. Okay, so now you take this vertex and split it all the way to here, or maybe take this point, split it here. Okay, good, we've got it finally. And of course, oh yeah, we can do it this way. We're going to pull this in here, make this type of shape here, and at the cut point we're gonna come on. I hate this. I hate the current workflow of cutting system. Okay, we are gonna relook. It's very basic shape actually. You start from here. You end up like this. The final goes here. Well, yeah, and of course again, this process of fixing it, which goes like this. Here it's important to make this, otherwise you can see the broken shading there, which becomes way better when you do this cut. And this cut is final one, and it kind of solidifies it. What I can do now is maybe drag this down a bit and make cut here like this to fix the shading there a bit. And I can add actually a cut here like this, and one more cut here, and again pull this vertex up, start with this one and here, then this one, and also end there. And now you take this vertex as well as this one and start to drag them up like that, making that round shape. And drag this out like this to almost match it there. Okay. Something like this. And probably you want to make... Okay, doesn't matter. Texture is most likely gonna fix all of the problems with it. Seems like that I need to add cut here. Yeah, it kind of adds better flow there. Or some sort of effect. Okay, so now I'm gonna add cursor here. And I'm gonna make it square based. Like it seems to be in real life. So I'm gonna add Coupe. Scale down like this. Scale up on the z-axis. Drag up. Something like this. I look at here. And at this point, well, okay. And one more loop here. At this point, you take and drag those like this. Yeah, like that. Scale down a bit here. Now you add one more loop kit actually, or not. No. Just scale down and that way. And last thing you do, oh yeah, you do it this way as well. Now you select this face, E-scale, and this way you can at the same time make it rounded here. And of course you are gonna make this a bit circular because that button in the middle is circle. So you're gonna do it this way. It's an interesting way to make a circular shape, but it works. Then lastly, split like this. And make, whoa, circle. Great. And now you just do extrude, both here. It scales down a bit on the top, but at the peak, draw that just a bit like this. Okay, great. Now you go ahead and select all the vertices of this handle. It would have actually been a good idea to make it a separate object and then join on. Okay, what's done? That's done. I'm going to take all of its vertices here, like that, and the bottom ones as well. Okay, great. And you rotate around x-axis, scale down a bit, and position it where it's supposed to be, like here. This should work well. Yeah. Well, sorry, I mean this one. Delete this face. It's useless. Maybe fold this down a bit. And I'm gonna change its behavior here, as well as here. Okay, now there. maybe, yeah. I can do it. Like that. Like this. It seems a good idea. Triangulate it. Maybe add some leather distortion. So I'm gonna add a cut here and have some random distortion of leather there. Okay, great. One more thing, I'm gonna drag those out here like this. Okay, and what's remaining here is to make edge splits. They'll make it look way better, because currently it looks blank actually everywhere. It looks so ugly without them. So you select where it's supposed to be split. If you're not sure by yourself, just follow as I do, because I am sure where I should split and where I shouldn't. Okay, I think I have it splitted there already. Just double check everything. Huh. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah. This. Basically like that. Some sort of interesting splitting became there. Just double check everything, so that to be sure that it's fine. Like I do. Okay, well, what else? Oh yeah, here as well. And mesh edges, edge split. Right, looks way better now. Way better. I'm gonna split it here and make a split for those things. Like this. Because they have a sharp type of edges there. Mesh edges, edge split. As well, we must split here. Let's split this. Mesh edges, edge split. What else? We've got to split here. Okay. Mesh edges, edge split. This, you can hold down Alt key to select them all at once. Edges, edge split. And let's take a look. Okay, only on the bottom part. Select only the bottom line of it. And also split. Which means that I don't need to split those just there. Yeah. Now we unsplitted it here, so you have to split it again. You also split here. You split here. And also here. And yeah, we've done it. Full model of this section is basically done. What we're gonna do in next tutorials, we're gonna make the steer wheel, which is probably gonna be the last of the modeling parts. Then we're gonna start to work on the on textures. We're gonna start baking them off, and after that apply them. So yeah, thanks for watching. In next tutorial we're gonna finish the steer wheel and possibly try to look if there are any things that we could just adjust, fix, make them look a bit better. But in general, this is done today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If so, please hit the like button down there, and see you in the next tutorial.